I said, we try to have some defense, and the more we can come out and punch guys in the mouth defensively, it helps us offensively where we're able to run and be a quick strike offense, get easy buckets, so that way we're not coming down and fighting the clock every time or have to run a set. We're at our best when we got to get out and run it.
Last two questions.
Was both you and LeBron trying to throw one down on Rudy an example of that, the aggressive nature you were bringing to the night?
Our game plan was, go in there and attack, and he had an opportunity to be aggressive and go to the rim, explosive, and I did as well. And we just tried to make sure either it was going to be a bucket or a foul, and we got fouled twice.
Frank kind of talked about the give and take of playing you at the 5. How much time are you comfortable spending at that position? And I guess is it easier to embrace that when it's in a win?
Like I say, if it makes sense, then obviously I don't mind doing it, but and it made sense tonight. But coach is very smart. He want to pick and choose when he wants to play the 5, and it might not be all game. Like it was just the second half, tonight, or really just the third quarter, to play the 5, and we were able to accomplish some great things out of it. So anytime we can do that and it helps the team, then I'm all for it.
LeBron, it's not too often you see a team change a lineup at halftime with a lead. What did you think was behind that decision? Obviously, it worked out well, but what did you guys talk about at halftime, and how did you think it played out?
We really didn't talk much about halftime. Coach said that they wanted to make a switch. We're starting AC and bring another ball handler in, putting AD to the 5. So AC got warmed up, and we went out there and tried to execute.
You talked about part of that is bringing Gobert out of the paint. Does that open things up for you to an extent if you can get him out and just the ability to get in the paint and create?
I started to get more in the paint in the second quarter, even before we made the switch. Just trying to put some pressure on the defense, on the defense, and I'm planning on doing that in the second half. Picking my spots obviously, and being very smart, being strategic with Gobert being in that thing, but allowing having AD at the 5, definitely allows us to create more driving lanes for those guards.
Defensively, a lot of turnovers forced, a lot of blocks, a lot of steals. What was behind the defensive effort? Was that what you guys were looking for?
Well, that's who we are. That's our defensive staple. We want to be that every single night, being able to hold teams under their averages, and we thought we did a poor job against the Clippers. Opener, they had 112, and then they ended up with 140 something last night. We want to continue to just get better and better with our defensive strategies, with our game plan, and then just execute that.
What does that second ball handler allow you to do in that second half when they come out with Caruso?
Well, it allows me, I don't have to handle the ball, throughout the initial action or throughout the whole possession. With AC out there, with Quinn's out there as well, it allows me to play off the ball a little bit. I still handle it, a lot, but I don't have to handle it as much, and I'm able to get to my spots and, play a little bit more in the low post, where I'm very dynamic down there, being able to have a triple threat, being able to find my guys, find my shot as well, and just make the defense shift a lot.
Was that a conversation that Frank mentioned that he had talked to AD before having him move to the 5 for the second half, start of the second half? Was that a conversation? I'm not asking about that, but I'm asking when he decided to bring in Alex. You were part of the reason for that. Is that a conversation that you guys had?
No, it wasn't a conversation. I just think it's just basketball minds. Bringing another ball handler, and also being able to bring Gobert out in paint by having AD at the 5. So just coaching staff just seeing what they felt like was best for the team at the time, and I give a lot of credit to JaVale being able to accept that as well. And then AC getting himself ready after not playing for the full half, or didn't play game 1 or so a game and a half. But he stays ready.
Sometimes you feel the game out. Tonight, though, it seemed like whenever you had Ingles or O'Neal on you one-on-one covered, it was all attack aggression. Is that recognizing the matchup at the moment, or is that coming into the night with a certain type of mindset?
No, actually I didn't. Early on in the game, I felt like I was a little passive. I felt like I was trying to read the defense a little bit too much instead of just being my normal self, just kind of playing read and react game instead of overthinking it. Once I saw the game kind of slowing down a little bit, I felt like it was a need for our team to get in the paint a little bit more. Try to get into the crevice of the defense, being able to either find myself a shot or find my shooters or some of our bigs rolling to the rim. So I was able to be more strategic, from the second quarter on.
LeBron, end of the third quarter, you missed the free throw, get your own miss. At what point do you see Troy, who'd been in a nice rhythm at that point, and how do you make sure to get him the ball there?
Well, felt my free throw was a little long, and so I was able to regain the possession off offensive rebound. I looked at the other shot clock. I seen I had about 6 or 7 seconds, and once I saw that, I was just locating anyone that was open. And one of the best guys for us that could be open at that point in time would be Troy. He's a laser guy, a knockdown shooter, and he was able to get a pump fake, get a dribble, and then knock it down.
I asked Anthony about the same thing. What does it say about the fact that both of you guys attacked Rudy Gobert trying to dunk it on him? What does it say about the team's aggressive mindset tonight?
I don't know. I mean, we're aggressive players no matter what. I mean, we have the ability to play from the perimeter, the ability to play in the paint, but for me, personally, it doesn't matter who it is. If I have an angle, I'm going to definitely try to make a play either at the rim or being able to finish around a defender. So I had to switch with Rudy, and he gave me an angle, and I just tried to take it up top, and got fouled.
You had
Last two
Danny come
questions.
out in the season opener and hit all those threes. Troy tonight. What has it meant to have those guys who can really get hot and are veteran shooters?
Well, it's the luxury of our team to be able to have players that can come in and pick it up. No matter what's going on throughout the game, we have the depth, and that's what we've been talking about. And especially when Rondo comes back, especially when Kuz comes back, we add more to our depth. So to see TD come in and give us a spark off the bench, it was needed.
You have a nickname, Dead Shot, for Danny. Is there a nickname for TD?
Yes, his name is Layup. Every time he shoots a three, it's a layup. Yep.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.